Welcome everyone to the Wake Up Call channel. This gives a whole new meaning to the term killing two birds with one stone. The BBC is reporting a brand new 2-in-1 flu and C19 magic potion jab as it passes the advanced trial. I shouldn't say killing two birds with one stone. I should just say killing two people with one shot. I mean, let's get real, right? Is that even mathematically possible? Well, I'm sure it is. One could just shed it onto the other, you know what I mean? So drug company Moderna, who can be trusted, obviously. We can all trust Moderna and Johnson. Look, we can all trust Big Pharma just like we can trust Big Brother, right? Big government. Haven't you seen them on TV wearing a tie, smiling at us, telling us that they're trying to protect us and help us? Yeah, so we could trust them because they're smiling and telling us so. So drug company Moderna says its combined flu and one-niner potions, which targets the two diseases with one shot, has passed a vital part of final stage scientific checks. Who's checking it? Well, maybe Mr. Magoo, I guess, somebody who's got complete blindfolds on. I mean, you don't have to be blind. They just have to obviously turn a blind eye because we all know what this is really about. And anybody who would approve of this, well, maybe it was just the devil himself. So the phase 3 trial is showing that the potion arms the body with protective antibodies. Don't even think about trying to arm your body with good nutrition, exercise, vitamin D. Don't even think about that. This day and age, of course, NAC, other ways to combat radiation. Don't think about that, okay? Think about this new trial in phase 3 of a 2-in-1. Because it could give you protective antibodies. And it does so as effectively, it says, as separate flu and one-niter shots, according to studies. Now, that's pretty interesting, being that for years and years and years before the outbreak, I know a YouTuber sounded a lot like me, who was talking about that flu shot, so to speak. And I was talking about it, he was talking about it, and what he was saying was they're openly admitting, because that's what they've been doing for the last 15 years. They're telling you that the flu shot, there's a high chance you're going to get the flu even getting it, but it's better to just get it. Huh? That makes a lot of sense, right? So they were telling you to get the flu shot even though there's a chance you're going to get the flu, but it's better than not getting it and taking the chance of getting the flu. Yeah, it makes no sense. But what does today in this day and age, right? Men can have babies. Nothing makes sense. But they're actually marketing it to people. And I covered it in a compilation of clips where they were telling you to get the flu shot, saying that 50% of people who get it still are not immune to it, but people were going to get it anyway, not realizing they're actually getting a shot to get the flu in the first place. But now, conveniently, at the same time that we have the flu shot that's never worked, we have another one that never did anything to help anyone in the first place. Why don't we just mix them together, right? Why don't we just get the crock pot out, okay? Why don't you stick your fingers down your throat, throw up in it, and then use it as a toilet, because you're pretty much going to have the same result as this 2-in-1 shot. So get this, it says, quote, fewer injections would be more convenient and simpler, Moderna says. I mean, more convenient for you, because then you don't have to convince people to go twice, because they know it's difficult to get anyone to show up somewhere multiple times, because they saw the data results. They told people the first time to go get it twice. A lot of people just went once and said, I'll just take my chances. So now they're just, it's more convenient for them to just jam it all together. And of course, they'll tell you when it all comes out that you're going to be really sick after you get it, but it's good. It's a good thing if you get sick after it, because then you might not get the flu, but you might in the future anyway. But why not make yourself sick quicker by just getting it? So Chief Executive Stephanie Bancel told BBC News Stefan Bancel told BBC News he hoped the messenger ribonucleic acid, mRNA, potion could be made widely available in 2026 or perhaps 2025. That's a better year, because 2030 is now 2025. 30 is the new 40, 2025 is the new 2030. We are very delighted, he said, about the results, because it's the first time in the world that a company is able to show positive phase 3 results combining in a single dose flu and COVID vaccine. You get one dose, one needle, which means ease and peace of mind for the consumer, right? And what better way to get peace of mind than to inject yourself with something that you have no idea about, you don't know what could possibly be in it, and you're told that you might possibly, very likely will get sick from it, but that's a good thing. That'll give you peace of mind. Of course, well, if you had a lobotomy in the past, that'll give you peace of mind. He says you get one dose with one needle. Competition, of course, is coming from Pfizer and BioNTech, and they're testing a similar 2-in-1 mRNA potion against the flu and COVID as well. Scientists hope that these mRNA things will be faster to make and update than the current ones used against the flu, even though it's already in the flu shot. In the continuing Moderna trial, the mRNA 1083 jab produced a higher immune response than the licensed magic potions. It matched or bettered currently approved flu jabs, including high-dose ones designed for older people. And it was better than Moderna's existing booster, Spikevax. You gotta love that name, Spikevax, right? Like that spike protein. The other name is called Grafvax. Right? I think I should just market it. Grafvax. Let's just call it the black goat. Why not? And making the body produce disease-fighting antibodies, probably because it had been designed to fight more recent variants circulating around the world. Older people, the results from 8,000 volunteers, all aged over 50 and a half, over 64, Moderna said that it focused on older people to go and take this because they were most likely to continue to be offered the magic potions anyway, but it plans ultimately to offer the new jab to young people also. Any side effects were generally mild. Of course, by mild, they mean instant death. A bit of soreness where the needle went in, and some tiredness, which is regular with magic potions, they say. The company plans to present the findings at a medical conference as well as submit them for publication. I'm sure the medical conference will probably be at the Bohemian Grove this year when they're talking about it and they're all laughing while they're walking around in their tighty whities with skid marks in the back as they're hanging out with thousands of people that you would find on the side of a milk carton, because that's what's going on there. And that's where they're laughing about the fact that their propaganda is somehow working on the minds of the masses. So now we get a 2-in-1. We get two at once. Is anybody out there suspicious? No, they're not. They're not. They should have been suspicious the first time, just when there was this flu shot that was out there. When a lot of us were talking about that, they should have been suspicious because what they were telling you then was that it wouldn't cure you and they wanted you to get it. They did it again at the same time as they told you the flu was gone for a whole year, right? In 2020, nobody got the flu, or 2021. Then conveniently, of course, as everybody got a potion, some people really did get sick and a lot of people did die. But we can't go into deeper detail about that. I mean, that's just common sense at this point. You don't need me to tell you that here on YouTube, because if you haven't figured it out yet, you're either living under a rock or, like I said earlier, you've had a lobotomy at some point in time, right? Or you're just walking around in a complete psychosis. So it's pretty incredible when we think about like this narrative of how obsessed they are with getting a certain something in your body, right? We all kind of saw how obsessed the government was with getting something in our bodies, right? They suddenly said they cared about everybody. You know, they don't give you free health care in America. A lot of people can't afford surgeries, life-changing surgeries or procedures. But in this case, of course, where people were coughing and sneezing, they really felt the need to go above and beyond for the civilians, right? That's some mysterious thing that no one had ever heard of in the past was out there, and they expected you to be really afraid of it. So they were giving it out to you, and then when they realized you didn't want to take it because you didn't trust them, because they didn't realize how much most people didn't trust him. And when it first came out, the Democrats actually didn't trust it. And then it flip-flopped. But overall, everybody should have been very distrustful of it. But then they started giving you things so that you'd go and get it. So now, a couple of years have passed, and they're still telling you to go get it. And they're now telling you that you can get a 2-in-1 super shot. You can get one for the flu and for this. Because again, they're hell-bent on getting a certain something directly into the bloodstream, which is why I've mentioned recently the cancer one. There's one for cancer. You're going to see one for everything. Every single thing imaginable. So they say to them, they'll have a checklist. They'll list every single disease possible. They'll tell you that it's not going to cure it, but it could help prevent it, or it could maybe make it better, or maybe they'll flat out lie and just tell you that it could cure you. And then when you don't get cured for whatever you have, they'll just tell you, oh, you need another one, and then you'll go back and get it, and you'll eventually croak, and they'll tell you it's something completely different, because that's how this whole thing works if you haven't figured it out yet, right? So they'll have a checklist with all these diseases on it. They'll tell you that they got one for that, and then they'll watch the data, and they'll be like, look, we're going to get one of these people to go and get it based on one of these diseases, right? We just got to have 20 out there, 20 different things that we could put out there. We'll scare them into one of them, All right. And that's the plan that they're going forward with. They're picking every single disease that you could possibly imagine. They've already brought polio back, right? Wouldn't be surprised if they start rolling some out for West Nile, probably even come up with something for Lyme's disease. I mean, I'm sure there's all these things in the works now that they tell us that they have this magical RNA that we could all, go and take, and then we'll live forever, right? Wink, wink. So anyway, I had to cover this from the BBC, putting this out there. Like I said, I mean, killing two birds with one stone is the equivalent in 2024 to killing two people with one shot. Is it not? I thank everybody for being here. Hope you're all well. God bless you as always and your families.